Welcome to this special episode where I will be talking about how I am planning to start my investing in Canada, and I will clearly show you what are the steps that I am using. So, for example, there are different options available for anyone in Canada. Like you can start investing in an RRSP, you can start investing in a TFSA. So it becomes a little bit confusing. So, like I moved to Canada 3 years ago, and I was not able to figure out what are the different strategies one can use, because sometimes it might be better to do a certain type of investment in your RRSP and a different type of investment in your TFSA. Those are the two main accounts I will be talking about in this video. So when it comes to investing in TFSA, the returns that you make are not taxed, which means let's say you make 100% returns on a stock that you invested, you're absolutely not going to pay any tax. So definitely there is a contribution limit every year, and that gets carried over to the next year if you're not making full use of your TFSA room. So when does the TFSA start? The TFSA starts immediately when you get a SIN number, which means like even when you're in a study permit, you can start investing in your TFSA. So majority of the students, they might not be paying tax, but usually if you're earning or if you're going above the taxable income, and you want extra gains, you can consider using a TFSA account. And what I understood is that since your returns are not taxed, you can consider investing into more like growth stocks and stocks that can give you potentially higher amount of returns. Today you can even do options, but I don't recommend doing options for beginners. And another reason is because Canada do not allow you to do day trading or speculative trading in your TFSA account, which means that you cannot buy and sell the shares at the same day. So that is more like a speculation, more like a gambling, I would say. If you don't know what you're doing, it is more like speculating where the price will go by end of the day, and take a position accordingly. So that kind of things are not allowed in your TFSA account. It's considered more like a passive investing strategy rather than like an active day trading kind of methodology. So that's something that you need to keep in your mind. But the returns are definitely not taxed, so you have to try for investing in stocks that can give you potentially more returns. But definitely that when you try for more returns, what ends up happening is that you need to take more risk, and definitely if you take more risk, you're going to lose a lot of money, right? Like that's what people want to avoid. And there is also a lot of psychological factors that people will not be able to tolerate, because sometimes losing your money is not a good thing, right? Like people don't want to lose your money, but that is what I want to walk you through in every week, how I am doing my investment and how I'm planning to come out profitable. The idea here is that maybe some of your investments don't work out, but some of them will, and you don't know, because stock market always work in probability. And I want to show you with a practical example. So every week we will discuss about what are the strategies that I'm using and how I have made this investment. So you can also, if you're interested, talk to your financial advisor and do something like this. Again, I don't want to give out any financial advice through a YouTube channel. I want to be very particular about that. That's a disclaimer. But I want to show you how I am doing it in my TFSA account. There is another option to do an RRSP. RRSP is mostly for tax saving purposes. So let's say you're simply making $100,000 every year, and you'll be taxed at a certain tax percentage, right? So that's your total income for that year. And let's say if you want to reduce your total income for that year, let's say to make it 80,000, if you invest 20,000 in your RRSP, it will deduct a portion, but there is a contribution room for your RRSP also, and every year it accumulates. So RRSP is more like saving a tax for the current financial year and setting some money aside to build an equity portfolio or whatever portfolio you want to build. And I will talk about it in the future videos when I'm actually starting to build an RRSP account, because the problem with RRSP account is that once you withdraw the money out of your RRSP, so the capital gains that you make, it can remain in your RRSP, but once you withdraw it, you have to pay tax for it, right? Like, so let's say a particular year, this year you make 100,000, usually our salaries go higher, right? So next year, let's say you make 120 or 130. What happens is that, let's say this year you had set aside $20,000 in your RRSP, and let's say they give returns of 10%, which means you get like another $2,000, and you withdraw that 22,000. So that 2,000 again becomes additional income that you have to pay tax for, right? So withdrawing from your RRSP, unless you're buying a house or something, usually comes with a problem that you have to pay tax in that particular year. So in that particular year, when you're planning to withdraw your RRSP, let's say your income is higher, you need to pay more taxes. Definitely you can reach out to your tax consultant, because your every individual cases will be different, and there will be a lot of tax saving opportunities that you can find. But my entire idea is to show you how I am planning to use my TFSA, and consider subscribing to my channel, so that every week I will come up with a new video, and what are the mathematical strategies and what are the different strategies I'm using in my TFSA. I want to show you openly, because this year I was able to make more than 40% returns on my TFSA alone, and I was posting it on my Instagram channel as well, like what stocks I'm buying and how many days I'm holding and all those kind of things. But I want to do it on a weekly basis, and I think YouTube allows me to record a long form video and explain things better rather than a 30 seconds reel. So that's why I want to do it every week and show it to everyone. So that's all in this today's video. Thank you, and have a nice day.